Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are around the world. Welcome to Kilroy's World. Welcome to the retro bench, retro bench. Um, for those that have been following and those that I guess that haven't, if it's your first time here, I've been trying to fix this All American 5 radio. It's a Montgomery Ward's airline, and it's a 46 model, and I've changed some capacitors. As you can see, these here, let me get something to point. Moo Hugs would have a fit if she saw me pointing with my big fat fingers. But anyway, I've changed out capacitors. These over here I've changed, um, and one down over here, right here. And last stream I checked the IF coils. Let's see. I hope I'm looking at this on a little bitty, teeny, tiny screen. Let me see what I can do to make this better. At least for me. It's still kind of small, but anyway, um, right here is an IF coil, I believe, and right in here, also see that red deal right there. But anyway, I checked the resistances on both sides of these. Let me get the Batman effect out of here. Sorry about that. I just realized. Ah, I see. I see. All right. So what I checked here was I'm trying to get the schematic. Let me get the schematic real quick. What I did is I checked these coils right here. This transformer, this IF transformer here, the first and the second here, or T3 and T4 if you want to call it that. Check the resistances. This one is supposed to be 19.1 uh, ohms. This side should be 19.1s. Well, it was a little bit high. It was a little bit high on both sides. I think it was like 21 ohms or something like that. This side over here was, instead of 18 and 15, I think it was like 21 and 18 or something. But anyway, they weren't exactly right on, but I think I can live with those. At least they're not open. That would be bad. I thought I would look. There's an oscillator coil right here that I haven't checked, and that one's, I believe, this one right here. Oh, wait, let's see here. I believe that one right there. And I guess by looking at where they go and stuff, like this one goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pin 6 of, I can't tell which tube this is, but let me look at the pin 6s up here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So the IF coil there, let me move this around too, goes from here to pin 6 of the 12 SA7. Let me back this out a little bit more. So I guess I can check from X, which is the spot right down here where I've already actually changed the capacitor out. So that would be on that one end. So I can check from there to there, and I should have about 0.4 ohms. So I could go from pin 6 to that point right there that I'm talking about, which is actually the same point that is on the on-off switch right there. So all I got to do is put it on pin 6 and down here on this on-off. So let me do that. So technically, or basically, technically, I don't know, technically, basically, right here is where I change one capacitor. But that's on, right right here is where I change one capacitor, but that's actually on the volume control. That's the volume control. I know it is because there's 3 leads right there. So here, let me show it this way. But right here, that's part of the switch there. And that one is the switch. If you notice, the power comes into it right there. So I know that's the switch right there. It'll switch and go over here. So anyway, between here and pin 6 is where I'm going to go. So let me get some clamps here and my voltmeter. Oh, and I got a light on here. I don't want a light. There we go. Okay, so I said on pin 6. Oh, and I put tubes back in here. So let me take tubes back out, or at least this one. It was the 12SA7. So let me take it out so I can go on pin 6. Let me see here, 12SA. Yeah, this is the 12SA7. You can kind of see it right there. Maybe not. I don't know if I made that any better, but anyway, that's the 12SA7 right there. So it is without tube right there. So that one, pin 6. Oh, let me do it this way, which is the way I had it. So that one right there, pin 6, see right there? So if we count, where's my pointer? There's my pointer. So we count, here's pin 1. Here's pin 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, wait a second. That's pin 6. That's going brown all the way over here. Brown. Wait. There. Went up here. No, I'm right. It's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Pin 6 is right there. Right there. So can't really see that. Let's turn the ohmage on. Put it on the ohm scale since we're measuring resistance, and it's really tiny resistance too. I say tiny. It's a low resistance. I mean, it is. So right now, I'm going to go right here on pin 6. I can't see that, but pin 6. All right, now I'm going to go to that point right there on the capacitor. Let's see what that says. Wow. 0.6 ohms, 0.7 ohms, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.5. So I don't think that could be any closer. I mean, yeah, considering it's such a small value. So that's a good reading, I guess, on that coil right here. I'm using my big fingers again. So now let's see where else on that coil right there. So that was that side of the coil. This other side goes to ground, and then this side goes up here to 5. So it goes, well, actually it goes to a capacitor. It doesn't even go all the way to 5. So it goes from ground to there, to that 47 micro or picofarad that I'm pretty certain. Let's find it. So it comes off of pin 5 on the 12SA7. It comes off of pin 5 on the 12SA7. It's capacitor 3. and it's a 47 picofarad. So let's see if we can find it. It comes off a pin, what did I say? Pin 7, no, pin 5. Comes off of pin 5. Let's see if I can find it. I'm going to set it over here and look at this a little bit better. So this is, yeah, that was pin 6. This is pin 5. It goes to a resistor and over to this capacitor, which is probably that. So this other side goes to here, which, as you can see, it does go over to that capacitor. So that capacitor right there is that 47 picofarad capacitor. We haven't changed it. I think those things don't go bad, from what I remember hearing. But anyway, that'll be one of the last things we probably test, and boom, and it works, right? So anyway, this coil then from ground, yeah, from ground to here is the measurement. And ground, I'm going to assume, well, ground, I can pick up a ground right here, which is the chassis, which is also right here. So that's ground, or what I'm thinking is ground. I don't know what else would be ground, actually. See, it goes right there. Oh, no, that's there. Never mind. All right, so let's check that thing. Let's see across that resistor. I'm sorry, across that coil. Oh, now I can't get this to sit the way I had it. All right, so I need to go. So let me just put it on that piece there. And let's just go to ground. Let's see what I get. .5 ohms, 5.4 ohms, 5.3 ohms, 5.2 ohms. All right, let me see something here. Dig it. So it's actually 6 ohms. So we're good there. We're also good there. We're good there to ground from that spot there, which was right there where that point where that capacitor went to. Anyway, good. I'm happy. That's good right there. So, and I think that's it. That coil does have other pieces coming out of it. Let me move this. That coil has no. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. So let me stop focusing on that, and then what I'd like to do is focus. And I think I'm going to take some photographs. I hope. If not, I'm going to have to get a power cord. Let me turn this off. Let me look around here some more. This right here is going to be my focus. This capacitor or double capacitor here. There's 2, and I can't read it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. Take this rivet here and drill it out from the other side. I can drill it out from right there easily. And then that I'll be able to open this up and be able to move this back and forth. I'd like to try to preserve this case, and I'll probably end up digging these out somehow, but I also need to get a good a good image of where these leads are, and that's what the photographs are going to be for. Both the capacitors are the same capacitance, so I don't think that's going to be a big deal. I think they're both. Uh, I'm pretty certain they're both the same value. And then, yeah, I think that's the best thing. Let me document where these are at, and see. Let me get my phone. Hey, teléfono, señores. Let's see. Is the speech chat not broken or working? Nope, nope. Nobody's home. All right, fair enough. I didn't do any advertising at all today. I just been so busy. I've been so busy. Well, let's see. Let's see what else do I see out here. It's so quiet. Whoops. Well, those three that are out there, welcome and thank you very much for being here. And you know what I just realized is this is small. Sorry about that, guys. I wish I wish it would default. I wish EV Mux would default to that and fill the screen mode basically. All right, let me see what I can do with this capacitor here. Let me see if I can place it to where I can see all the leads. And I'm questioning this, but yeah, this is it right here. This is definitely here. Definitely there. In fact, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut a little piece off here and here, and then a little piece off here. And I'll know for sure, but I'm also because this black piece goes to the volume, no, to the on off switch. So then it goes through there and it comes over here and it goes over to the same point that I put this other capacitor down here to, which comes off of pin whatever, pin 3 over whichever tube this is. I'm not certain. Um, so so yeah, so I can see that there. I am going to take a photo though, just for the record. Let's see. Even though I've got a record here, right? I've got a video record. Got it. You see what it looks like? And like I said, I'll just cut it there. Okay. All right. Let me get something to cut with. I don't have anything here. Let me get something. Okay. Here goes. Here goes nothing. Here goes this one. Yep. I think that's green. And then this one. And maybe I won't cut it so long. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking. Yeah, right there. That's one. And then here's the other one. And before I do anything with these, I'm going to go ahead and test this to make sure that it's good or bad or whatever. Um, even before I do this, but I bet you this is bad. So let me just get a little stripper. so I can snip onto the ends of this. So let's just take one. I'm just using 18 gauge on this, and then just pulling the insulation off just like that. See the blade, or the little holes, which is a blade. See, there's 20. I think I was actually doing 20. I take that back. But I'm not certain why it says 18 and 20. I guess 18 to 20, 16 to 18, 14 to 16, etc. So yeah, it's got to be that, huh? And it's going all the way through, and I don't think I'm scoring any of the wires, because you don't want to do that, because that puts mechanical faults in the wiring, and then with time and movement, they break. Okay. All right, so next, I guess we'll test these. Let's see here. Bring another tester here. I don't expect it to work right, to be right. Let's see how I can do this. I'm gonna do it like this here. Yeah, up a little bit. There we go. Oh, focus. So it'll focus right to there, right? There we go. All right, so let's get some of this here. So black to black. Oh, I don't like that. It's not holding it right. There we go. All right, and then I'll just do the first one, which is this one. And let's power this thing on. So I've taken the positive and the negatives and hooked them up like that. Let's see what that does. And I got to get up to look at it. 40 nanofarads. It's supposed to be, I believe, 50. No, wait. No, it says nanofarads. It's supposed to be picofarads. It's supposed to be 50 picofarads. All right. So that tells us that it's way, way lower as far as capacitance, right? Or at least we think. So now let's look at the actual value on here. But I'm gonna have to take and drill that.
No wait.
No wait. I'm waiting. Speak.
Is that a capacitor?
I think it was a capacitor, Jeff. All right, let me get the drill so I can tell the part so I can see what the value is. All right. Okay. What size? How you doing tonight, Jeff? Oh, and I can't use these. These are wood wood bits. So if I can get this in here, we go. Yeah, Brad Point drill bits. Can't use those.
Take both hands and hold both wires, one in one hand and the other in their hand. See what happens.
That's what I did. That's what I did, Jeff, with the tester. That's exactly what I did with the tester. right, so I think that right there will do it. I think that'll get me through at least. If not, then I'll go up to the next one. But I think that'll work. Let me try that. It might be just a little.
Be a shocking experience.
Indeed. It would be a shocking, hair-raising experience. All right, I'm gonna pull this off to the side and put it on the wood that I have here. Actually, though, let me take this. Go one way or the other. Let me tighten this up a little bit. Or take it off, I guess. Take it off if I can. I think that's why I stopped, because it stopped. But no, it's just dirty. So let me take this thing off, put that there, and then drill right there. Drill, baby, drill! And you know I can do it right there, because that's a little scrap piece of wood. Just a little scrap piece of wood right there. All right, let's see if that works.
I had 4 years of electronics in high school.
See if that works. Hey, Jeff, they had electronics back in your age in high school? That's going through there pretty good. I figured you'd laugh. Right? Yeah, rock science? Boy, that's really way back. Yeah, rocket science is exactly. Actually, it's partly. Now, see, that's just sitting there turning. All right. Did that knock it out? No, it's still there. Let me snip on it a little bit. Let me throw this out first.
Don't drill your hand.
Nah. Uh-oh, what did I just hear? Oh, okay. It was a notification. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drill some more. Maybe not. Wait, I might be able to break this and have it come out.
You should post a disclaimer saying don't do this at home.
I do. I do. Don't do this at home. We just did it. Thank you. I do this just for fun. And unless you're a certified tech that knows what you're doing, you shouldn't do this. Period. Any of this stuff. Because it does have high voltages. And then not only will give you frizzy hair, but also put you in a casket. So please don't hurt yourself. Maybe we got it this time. Oh, look at there. Look at there. It fell right out. Voila.
I'm a professional sawdust maker, LOL.
You know, Jeff, so am I, but everybody's got an opinion, right? I'm not a professional. I just play one on YouTube. All right, so let's look at this. Yep. Oh my God, that's 50 microfarads. I would have thought that it would have been 50 picofarads. So see, this is even greater than the nanos that we were reading. So this is definitely dead. So now let's figure out where these 50 microfarad.
I did a half-hour session on the Dutchman's
All
Wood
right.
Shack channel.
Cool. I don't know how long I'll be on, but I don't know why I put that over there, but I'll be looking at the schematic to figure out where these capacitors are. Might have to order them. Oh heck, let me get rid of this. I don't need this anymore. Let me go put this stuff. Hello.
I'm going on the road, so I won't be on here much. So.
Okay, Jeff. Are you going now, or you mean in the future? Or?
Ma.
All right. So let's look at this. So we know they're 50 microfarad capacitors. Oh look.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Gotcha. So the black is common on these, and the orange is 50 microfarads, and the red is 50 microfarads. But look, oh, I gotcha. But look, I can't tell which one's red and which one's orange. Can you? Can you tell?
No.
Right. Well, of course, it doesn't matter at this point because they're both 50 microfarads. So anyway, you get the point. Yeah. You know, this almost reminds me of a quarter paper sleeve, I guess. Some people will actually dig these out and put the capacitors in there just to and we might do that. We might actually do that. That looks like it's pretty good. It has a little crack in it, but probably where the capacitor is swollen. But I bet I could heat this up and get this wax out of here. But that's not what we're going to do right now. I am going to put this back here, and I'll have to get a little screw.
Does it reverse whatever that's connected to?
But does it reverse? I don't understand your question. So this here, I could probably get another rivet that I do have, or just get a little screw and just tighten it up. Just a little tiny one. I've got that too. But anyway, let's put this back over here for now, because we definitely want to. The way I'm thinking about it, the more and more I think about it, the more I want to put this thing in there. Maybe like this, or because I like the even the fact that it looks kind of used. I think that probably add to the inside of it. Okay. So I've got to look again because I've forgotten. They're 50 microfarads.
What are you going to do with it?
Once I figure out where those capacitors are on the schematic, I'm going to go ahead and replace them. Where's my pointer? There it is. So here's what's going on now. I'm looking for a 50 microfarad capacitor. Let me go down here. Better yet, well, I don't have the other piece of paper here with me. I had a breakdown of which capacitor was which. All right, no big deal. Well, wait, is it up there? No, it's not up there. All right, let's look here for it. 50. I don't know how well you can see this, and I'll try to steady this up here. It's probably, I'm going to look up here, see if we have any up here. We don't. No capacitors here. There's a resistor. This is the gang condenser here. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, Jeff. 50 micro. Here we go. Here's 50 microfarads here. and 50 microfarads here.
Be right back. Phone call.
Okay, bud. I'll be here. We found where the 250 microfarads go, and it goes from this X point here. Got something covering up over here on me. I'm looking at something, guys. Oh. If you're on Twitch, hey, welcome. Follow or give us a follow, or hey, even a sub. Those Prime subs are free. And if you're on YouTube, just give us a follow too there. All right. So I'm trying to.
Waving hand.
Hello, Sonia. How are you? So Sonia, here's where we're at right now. I'm going to put the monitor up. So I took this out, okay, and I couldn't read the capacitance on this capacitor. So it was like this, okay. It was like that, and I was thinking it was going to be MMFD, but instead it's microfarad. So this is a 50 microfarad. Actually, two of them.
Gave a like on YouTube.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, give a like. Give a like. Help the algorithm. The algorithm. I honestly haven't advertised this stream at all. So, but welcome back, Sonia. Anyway, it's two of those capacitors in here with a common ground. Okay. Now I was trying to figure out where they were, and I had just found them. I found them right here, and you know it really makes sense. The capacitance that I measured using this, they were measuring. They were measuring. I can't remember 40 nanofarads right here. You know, it's ironic. It's real close to our speaker, and the rectification of this tube, right? So I have a sneaky feeling that that's what. Well, I don't know. I hate to jump to conclusions, right? I checked this oscillator coil on both sides, and I mean they were acceptable. I think they weren't open, which is a plus, right? I checked the resistance of the first IF stage and the second IF stage transformers, transformer 3 and transformer 4. They were good. A little bit high, okay, a little bit high, but at least again, both sides of the coil or the transformer windings were okay. And then I thought, well, let me check this one. So now we're at this point here. Okay. And I know we are because we cut it out. Let's see if I can get some light in here. I cut it out from this point here and this point here. And over in fact, you can see it right there. Yeah, right there. So those are the three spots. So all I need to do is put one from here to there and one from here to there. And it's a 50 microfarad. And from my annotations on here, that's one of the ones that I purchased because I said, hey, I need these, and I went, okay, I need to buy that. Okay, I bought it. That's a little check mark. Over here, I needed to buy it. I needed to change it. I had it, and I changed it. That's what the little X is. The same thing down here on this one. So I changed these two right here. It didn't make a difference. We're going to change these two right now, and as you can see where they go. This X is the same place that both of these ironically go to, and that is the on-off switch right here. See, that's that X right there that it refers to right there. And as you can see, let me back off a little bit. There we go. It's right there. There's the the on-off switch point right there. That's common. In fact, if you see, that's kind of, well, I was going to say, no, I guess not. I was going to say that's where I've been changing capacitors, but I haven't. They've been near that spot. But right there, this one's the one we're going to change next. We're going to put a 50 microfarad from there and a 50 microfarad from there. So let me go dig in here.
Thumbs up.
Get me a little water, though. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to go get a little box. I'll be right back. Be right back. And you know, I'm going to get some more water since I did run out. So please stand by.
I was agreeing with the capacitor swap. And talking to myself as usual, face with tears of joy.
I've been making these little boxes like this, and um, I had made a bunch of them, and I might have to glue some together. I don't know if these have been glued together yet, so if it comes off, you'll know why. But in fact, and I took and put these little sliders in here. So I've taken these apart and just put these together. I don't think I've even glued these. Yeah, in fact, that right there I think is an error of some kind, but that can easily be glued. No big deal. I don't remember why that was like that either. But anyway, it's not to be wasted. It does need to be glued. But anyway, what I was thinking of doing is stacking up. I've got 6 sets of these, so it'll be a little cabinet to keep parts in. And I've got a lot of parts, guys. I'm not necessarily going to worry about organization per se. versus storage. But here's some of the stuff I'm going to stick in here. Let me bend these back, and that'll probably work out really well for just stuffing stuff in there, right? And when I get a little more, organized, I can put labels. This is picofarads. I'm going to put the smaller ones in the front there.
Guess who is here?
56.
Nice.
Canadian Maker Project. I want to say something that's inclusive of Ron, that says something Ron, but I want to respect you and just say welcome, Ron. Welcome, Ron, from the great white north. One of our many appreciated great white north viewers
I have had Canadian Maker
and
Project
friends
waving in.
and friends. So 56 microfarad or 0.56. What's this one? This is 0.22. I know I ordered some of these. Let's just stuff these in here. 1.1 microfarad. Surely I ordered them and received them because I made the annotation. This is a 0.01 thousand volt safety capacitor, I believe. Oh no, don't break my heart. I could have sworn I had some. This is 0.01. All right, 50 microfarads, huh?
You could also call me by my call sign, LOL.
I forget what it is. What's mine? These are 47 microfarad. They're also electrolytic, right? Let's look at this for a second. Let's stick these in here. Yeah, the bags really don't help. Let's look at this a little better. Let's look at this a little better. Oh yeah, baby. We got this. Yeah, these right here, I couldn't find 50 microfarad, but I could find 450 microfarad, and these are way more than enough voltage than those. So the negative goes to the point X over here, which is over by the switch. So that's our negative, because I can see the capacitor right there, the little negative mark right there. So now I'm gonna do, gosh, I really need to do both of them, don't I? If these things blow up, guys, it will be a heck of a show. In fact, I bet it'd knock the camera off. But they're 50 microfarads. I've got 47 microfarads.
Use different drawers for the different voltage caps.
Well,
voltage and high voltage.
I do have 6 different ones. So yeah, and it'll be a matter of building up. I've also got a lot of TTL chips and resistors and stuff, but I don't really have a project where I need some chips right now. But anyway, I digress. Yes, definitely, it'd be nice, but
I am here for the blue smoke.
like Peeper 49 says, the smoke and spark section of the show. Well, we're not quite there yet. Okay, but let me take 2 of these out. Let me get this out of here. All right, man. These, I don't remember what I paid for these. A couple of bucks, maybe not that much. But I really don't want to blow them up. But it'd be just nice to see one of these. That's what would happen with this. But for right now, look, I got all those. Look, I got the tubes there, and I got all the capacitors out. So that kind of helped, at least there. So now I can take that and scoot it in here, and see if I had this thing stacked up with 3 or 4 of them in a nice little pull there. But yeah, and that needs to be glued. All right. So let's go over here and let's see, where is that soldering iron? There we go. There's our soldering iron. And where is our power? It's close by. I can smell the power. And you know, I went and got water. I drank a little bit, but I ran out, right? I went and got water, and I've got something to mix here, and I'm going to drink some while this is heating up. I guess this will work. All right, there we go. So while this heats up, let me put a little water in here too, because I always do that. I mean, I just get used to wetting my sponge, and you don't need very much water. So I'm getting a cap, like a Folgers coffee deal, and just putting some water in it, and then soaking it up with the sponge, and then there's my water, I guess. Okay. Do 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 do. I keep hearing bleeps, Discord notifications, Arch Survival. Yeah, my phone's about to die anyway. All right, so before I go on, I'm going to take this cup, which has.
Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you for the subscription, Canadian Maker Project. I hope you're doing well, Ron. Thank you so much. You know, I don't have anything fancy, Ron, to that comes up and stuff. I'm kind of running kind of naked. You know what I'm talking about? No, but seriously,
Happy to share my Amazon bucks.
thank you. Thank you. May as well, right?
TMI.
Thank you. Right? Right? Well, because I'm running using EVMux without Streamlabs, because I think that it makes it look fuzzy. Okay, so I hope I can find it. Yeah, here it is. It'd be kind of messy. So I have a little powder here that I'm going to put into my drink. Yeah, it's strawberry lemonade. Yummy. And let's take this. Oh, look at that. Let's take that, and shake it up. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. And now we have pink lemonade. Ah. Okay, there it is over there. Let's
to jump, but be back.
Let's go back to this. No worries. Do what you need to do. We'll be here or we won't. One of the two.
Salt goes well on the edge of the glass if that's margarita grinning face with smiling eyes.
No, it's lemonade. Really is. All right. Is this thing hot? Yes, it is. Do I have any solder? Well, you say why? Solder is to solder, not to desolder, right? Where's my solder? I have some solder right here. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Hello at Kilroy79763. Hello chat.
Hello, Mudda. Hello, Fada. Welcome to the menagerie. How you doing, Eric? Eric, so what I'm doing right now is I took this capacitor out, which actually this is the similar equivalent right here. And I need to put two of them from, I've got the soldering iron sitting in front of me. I'm going to put one from here.
I'm good tonight.
To here. Well, good. I'm sorry, to here. And then I got to put another one from here to here. Now, it looks, and I got to remember, I think this is the negative. I'll look at the schematic again. But it looks like I can do this with this one here. Although I don't like it really right up against that. Okay, so that one goes from there to there. Really don't like that touching it though. Might put a little bit of wire on one of these two sides. So that, and then over there, and then maybe it could sit there. Really, it could just sit there temporarily like that. Because what I want to do is I want to see if I can put both of these in here. I don't know. I'm looking at this, and it might be a really tight fit for these. I can tie both of the negatives together, like so. Can tie both of the negatives together, and wrap one of these this way, right? So that it comes out, so that both leads, or maybe even a piece of wire, so that both leads come out this side, or both positives. Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest way to do that. If I can get both of them in there like that, and it does look like I can, or because I want to try to keep this original looking. Yeah, that looks like that's a little bit under. And if these sides are the same, it doesn't matter that they would be touching, right? Or I can just leave them out. All right, well, let's concentrate on one, which is the closest one. I think I need to put a piece of wire on one end for it to reach over there. And the negative is that side over there. So if I'm going to do this like this, it's going to go like this, and then the wire is going to go over there like that. Wow, I could technically just solder that wire there, couldn't I? Yeah, sure can. Sure can. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Oh, I got to find some spaghetti. Let me go see if I can find some spaghetti real quick. Let me check over in these little spots that I have over here.
Empty the old cap and insert the new caps with insulating the wires.
Yes, exactly. But right now, I just want to test it before I go to that length, because I'm trying to find what the problem is. And this might be the problem, actually. I guess I could put some wire that's already insulated on the one end to be able to wrap around with that. Um, I do want to find some spaghetti, though. But yeah, Sonia, I've seen that done. I've never done it before, but I have seen it. I have seen some other YouTubers that actually do that and rebuild and rebuild this and rebuild this. Some make their own and put the caps on there. Yeah, I don't have enough room. I really don't have enough room. If you look at it, see, yeah, to butt them up, right? I mean, I do. I have enough room to do that right there. So I guess I could take and solder that wire there, and there's my lead going out for ground, and then I can take a wire over here, flip it over this way. There's my lead for the one cap, and then there's the lead for the other cap. But and that's why I took this apart nicely so I wouldn't destroy it. But yeah, and of course that's wax and well, I think it's just wax. I'm not certain, but yeah. All right, let me get some spaghetti.
Just use hot glue instead of wax. High temp hot glue.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know where I've put it. Well, I guess I'll just use wires for now. Eeps. Yeah, it is hot glue instead of wax. You're right. It was a lot harder than yeah, and heating it up with a hair dryer will hopefully loosen it up, and then I can dig it out and pull them out. I want to keep this side like that, if possible. If not, I'll make another cylinder. Maybe I'll have to buy a roll of orange looking, or maybe I'll make it red. It doesn't matter, I guess, right? Um, that'd be cool if I could mark it also on there with the 3D printer. Might be able to do that. I don't know. That'd be something to look into. All right. So what I'll do right now, though, is take and just cut two little pieces of wire, or one little piece of wire, so I can just have it hanging like this in air, both of them. Okay. Oh my God. And then this side, which is the negative. No, this side, which is the negative. So I need to solder this. I'll just, yeah. I'm just trying to think what I want to do. What would be the easiest if I do this here, and I take this piece of wire here and strip it. And a little bit longer. So what everybody doing tonight? What everybody doing? What any plans or
Use
anything?
plenty of wire and don't install the caps yet. Let them sit to the side of the radio.
Yeah. I just want them hanging like that, right? That's what you mean. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not going to go right up in there close. Is that what you mean? I'm just trying to get it to where I have enough distance so they're not close. They're just sticking out. Capiche? No? Yeah? So the negative side goes over here on the switch. That's what we're going for. And that's the side that I'm trying to just take. I guess I could do pigtails on these, but I've just gotten so used to twisting like this. Even though Mr. Carlson says don't do it. Don't do it.
They could sit beside the radio. Looks mostly like DC smoothing caps.
Yeah, they are. They are. And what would that mean? That it's letting, yeah, that it's letting a lot of ripple. Because see, this right here is the rectifier. So it's coming right off of there. And getting injected right into the speaker. So I'm hoping that both of them will solve the hum. But yeah, I'm just gonna have them sitting there for now. I'm not going to worry about the detailing if that, right? So that's my negative. Here, we can do it this way. Where's my little fingers? I can get it there. I just. All right, here we go. So always put your soldering iron, if at all possible, it tinned by, and it still looks pretty bad. I need to get another tip though. All right, and from the bottom, because where does heat go? Well, heat rises, doesn't it? See, and then add solder to the joint of the wires, and then take the soldering iron away. Now that one right there moved. I'm going to wait for it to cool down, but it's soldered on there. See, it's not what I really wanted to do, but that'll work. Yeah. See, if I had, I could go ahead and put some tubing in there too, but I don't. That's nasty. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There we go. I'm just waiting for it to.
I may have some new
cool.
Weller tips like that. I will check.
Yeah, I don't even remember where I got this, but yeah, this is KBT 30 watt Sino-Foreign Joint Venture Ningbo Sheshan Electric Appliances, China. This tip's been on here. This tip's been on here forever. See? All right. So that's good enough for government work right now. So that'll get us this side from here to there. Oh, and so let me go ahead and crimp this. And I'll just go ahead and do this. See, this was the piece of the old capacitor that I cut off. So I don't have to solder. I don't have to solder right there. I just cut it and I'm soldering here. I've got a fume filter, and I need to probably use it. All right, this side over here.
That's a lot of bare lead. Might wrap it with tape if you don't have something to slide over it.
I'm just gonna leave it off this side. You mean copy? You mean cover this up, right? Like I said, totally temporary. But yeah, I don't want shorting out on anything. Hold on, let me get some tape.
Yes.
Yes. Captain races came to town, you da, do da. Captain day races came to town, hey, do da day. There's my tape. All right, all right. Yeah. By the way, this is black uh, vinyl. So, but yeah, between there and there is the piece. I didn't cut it. I didn't want to. Uh, let's do this. See that goes. I should have used less, but there we go. How's that look? Big old lead though, huh? Just all right. Then this is gonna go there. Go. Let me take and tin this up a little bit. And I don't know why this is there. I guess because I was showing the values, right? But I do need something up underneath here, like maybe this.
Looks good to me.
Good. Thank you. Yeah. So now, what I want to do is tin this other side that I just dropped.
Looks how I would have done it.
Good.
ROFL.
All right. Let's not bend, or let's not burn my fingers. But I want to bend this. Yeah, it'll work. It's already tin, so no big deal. There we go. You know, I didn't have to do that. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll put it right there like that. And I'll bend that over there once. Well, I guess I could do it like this now. That way it doesn't strain back. So yeah, so that's the other place where I had the other capacitor, because there's where the cut piece is. All right. And this has got a big old chunk of lead on here too, so there we go. And that was another capacitor, or a capacitor that I already changed out. This one here, going over to that tube right there, to pin 3 right there, right up underneath there like that. Just kind of hit it. All right, so this one's in place. This one's in place. Let's do another one. This one I definitely have to put a piece of wire over there, but go back to the same identical spot. So let me put a big old piece of wire on it. Let's just say like here, longer than what I really even need. So up to there. Oh, let me strip this side. Let's strip this side. Make me a little connection here. The negative side, and it's pointing to the negative like this one. See, the negative is pointing up there. So let's make a little tweak here. Close this off a little bit more. So all I need right there is just a little tiny piece for this to go through like this. And then I can close the other side. Like that. And then, I mean, that's That's probably as good as that's going to get. I don't know. How do you guys do that? Do you guys do pigtail tying in? Well, looks like the camera screwed up again. And what I think it is the light on it. Let me go see if I can change back. Yeah. Um, I may have to just. I'm scared of going back to the other camera. Let me try one more time, and if not, I'll come back to the integrated camera on the laptop, and I'll just point it down. I guess I can do that. I don't know. I'm having some issues with cameras. I'm not certain why out here. Let me go back to Anything now? I think you do. Yes? I'm going to look to see where else. Let's see. All right. In fact, I'm going to turn YouTube on. I'll hear it too. It'll be a little bit of an echo probably. Okay.
Yes.
Jack says yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. I'm going to leave it this way, guys. It looks pretty good from where I'm at as far as I'm streaming it from my laptop, okay? Uh this needs to move over there. Just
Volume is good now.
okay, good. Thank you. I'm getting situated again. Um my problem is oh yeah, I'm looking at the wrong screen. All right. There we go. All right. And welcome, Jack. Welcome to the menagerie. So just to catch up, I took this capacitor off, and I had ordered some. I ordered some. I couldn't find 50 microfarad capacitors. I could only find 47. I think there's something during the war, post-war, something like that. They went through a change. If Sonia were here, I bet she could tell us. You may know, Jack, but the point is these are 50s that are reading 40. What was it? 40 nanofarads. 40 nanofarads. Okay, and they're supposed to be 50 microfarad. See, 50 microfarad. So anyway, so I've got some 47 microfarad capacitors, and they are electrolytic, by the way. The ones in the diagram show to be these right here. You know, it would have been cool if this had a little cardboard backing. I've got plenty of cardboard. These two right here, which are, let's see if I can just hold it. Yeah, I could hold it up here like this and it wouldn't bend, right? These two right here come off of the diode or the rectifier tube, and they're ripple capacitors. And see, look what we got right there. We got the speaker right there. So it's injecting the AC hum. Hey, it sounds good. Okay, go with me on it. It's injecting the AC hum, or it was allowing the AC hum to be injected. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, so right now, though, what I'm doing is taking and putting a couple of longer leads on it to where I can just solder them in with long leads for now, and and then I can dig this out and try to put them in here, or maybe fabricate another one. What have you been up to, Jack? Are you selling much? Did you get a new spindle? All right, so let me get some tape here. Oh, yeah, I just need a little piece. That's probably plenty. At least for now, this is what I'm doing.
No, just put the old Harbor Freight router back on.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's what I've got on my on a little router table that I've got, and I've worn the daylights out of it, man. You know, haven't used it in a while. Who knows? I might spin it up and the the thing blows up. You know, like yours did. Was it just dirty? I mean, did it have stuff in it, or did the brushes just fail? Because that was a heck of a fire. All right. So this one's got to go back over here. Yeah, and I think I'll do the same thing. I think I'll do it right here. Well, I saw what it did. Yeah, could have been. Yeah. And this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I'm looking at this. They had just taken and twisted this on. See? To this spot right here. Welcome to the menagerie. Where's my... I'm really having a hard time, Gary, seeing that. I've got a beam in the way. All right, so that needs to go here, and it looks like really 2 a year. Wow. Hold on, let me... All right, I was just adjusting the size of my YouTube window. Yeah, I've never had a Makita. Um, all right, so I'm going to solder that right there. Let me make sure there's no strands hanging off like I see, and I'm just going to solder right on there. When I go to take the stuff off, I'll desolder really good and stuff. But for now, I'm just hooking this stuff up. So I'm going to do this one. Negative is over there. So I'm going to deal with this side first and put it here, and then just wrap it over. And I'm just going to have these just hanging here for now. So let's put a little round little dealy in there like this. Let's see. This one's going to have to be the one, I think, to grab that. Yeah, that'll work. And I'm just going to solder it right there like that. Let's see, can I get this closer? Yeah, I'm just going to solder it right there. The trick is going to be able to let go of this and not have it fall like that. Yeah, I'll do that right there. Yeah, I think the cameras are overdriving the power supplies on the USB buses for whatever reason. I've got a computer sitting behind me that I'm wondering if it blew up the USB bus. Yeah, probably should have crunched that on there. Well, it is soldered on there. It's just not soldered very good. There we go. Okay. Well, yeah, but I'm trying to see. I was plugging right into the USB bus on the computer, not into a bus, but into the computer. And now I did it on the laptop, and the same camera, which is this riser camera, which has been working inside perfectly, unless there's something with the power out here, lower power. I mean, I don't know. That's the only, I mean, and on a laptop it shouldn't matter because the laptop should be, I guess, have its own power supply because of its. Well, I know it's still plugged in to the power, so but yeah, its own regulation, its own circuits and stuff. Um, I don't know. This looks like it's okay for now. It's not a very good you know way to do it. I think I really need to wrap around this once I get this capacitor figured out, and this has to go over to here now, to this same spot. So what I'll do is I'll just piggyback it on there because I'm going to have to take that apart. So let's open this up a little bit. And I'll solder it. I'll solder it right there. Like that. Because that's where I've got the other one soldered. So that'd be a good spot. Hello and happy Retro Friday. Well, I'm actually hooked up. I'm actually hooked up to a landline. But yeah, I don't doubt it. Now the computer inside seems to be working okay with these cameras. And by the way, I may add, it was working okay with those cameras earlier too. Oh, and happy and hello, Retro Friday to you too, Retro Maker TV. Welcome. Welcome to the menagerie, man. So you have come at this perfect time to see if those capacitors are going to blow up on us. And man, if that blows up, that I don't, I want to get it as far away from that laptop as possible. Okay. I might even just put something behind it. I just want to make sure though that I'm not grounded out on anything here. So I'm going to kind of try to just put these up like this for now. What I did is I replaced this these 50 microfarad capacitors. These are 150 volts, working volts DC. These are 450 volt. So those hopefully will be good, right? Hopefully, right? They are they are electrolytic. The only issue or the only question or the well, not really question, but the only thought, and I heard this somewhere, is that these are 50 microfarad here, 50 microfarad, both of these, and what I have is 47. But that's probably that might not give us as much, but I think it's going to give us way more than what we had, since when I took and tested these with the tester, it said it was 40 nanofarads, way less, right? Because it's tiny compared to what. Well, I mean, look at the size of these things. So, do I risk my laptop by it exploding into the laptop? See, if it was a camera, it'd be different, but it's my laptop. So I'm going to just take something and put it in between. You won't be able to see it. Of course, if you see the smoke and you hear the sound, you'll know what happened, right? All right, let me prep this. I think we're good to go. These are the last capacitors I think that I would have had to change out, and probably should have changed them first.
It won't pop that far.
Yeah, well,
Last words.
right, exactly. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set something here, guys. I know it's going to block it, but at least it won't. It won't get on the. I don't know. Do you blame me?
If we hear the curse words, we
Yes.
know what happened.
Yes. Exactly, Gary. You will know what happened. Um.
Let the fireworks fly out.
Thank you. You're so positive. How you doing, Greg? Like Peeper says, this is now the smoke and sparks section. These two are both negatives. Make sure that they're pointing that way, or are connected to the power switch. I'm gonna take, let's see, that's off and that's on. Yeah, yeah. Clockwise is on. Okay. So let me find my power here. Oh, and I'm gonna go ahead and go through the dim bulb tester. So let me do my regular thing that I do with the dim bulb tester, because I want to make sure. Let me take this keyboard off of here. Where's my paints? Paints. All right. So I'm going to take my this is my circuit breaker finder, guys. This is what I use, actually what I use to short the dim bulb tester, so I make sure that I've got this right. So let me test that first. Whoa! Yes. Did you see it pop? Did you see it pop? Because this thing was, yeah, this thing was all the way up. So it did pop, and it popped this breaker here. So I've got it. That's all right. There we go. So let's do this. Yeah. Slowly. See, that's why I like to test it, because the last time that I did this, I didn't turn it on. All right. So I've got my circuit breaker tester, and this bulb will start. Nope. It's popping. I thought the bulb would light up. I thought it has been lighting up. What's the deal here? Oh, the power's off. So let's see. Oh, I bypassed it totally. There we go. There we go. Boy, and it starts to hum really bad. It's really, I thought that the bulb would light. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yeah, this is the bypass here. This is the, I've got two switches. One of them is a dim bulb switch. Yeah, this is what I want, because now all the current's going through the bulb, which is what I want. So we should be good. Let me turn this off. All right, I'm still not gonna, no power yet. Man, I'm really chicken about this. I really want to just do this in case it does blow up. Really and truly. You can't see this. Well, you know, I'm going to wear some goggles.
Hey folks.
All right. Here's goggles. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Chris, you arrived for the spark and smoke section of the stream. All right. And what I'm going to do, guys, is go like this. And if you hear me cussing and swearing, you'll know. So,
like fire.
So power on. Hey, is that moving? Is that moving for a reason? Or is it moving because the air is hitting it?
Smoke M if you got M.
Right? Man, I wish I had a piece of clear plastic. Do I have a piece of clear plastic? Do I have some acrylic that's clear? That would be ideal. I don't see anything. All right, here we go. I'll use the box and only the box of the magic arrows. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to start to turn the power up. I've got it at 40 volts. Those capacitors are charging up. I can feel it. 70,
Zap.
105, 110.
This is exciting.
I don't hear anything though. All right, I'm going back down the power. Sorry, guys.
Don't touch.
What's really weird is see how they're moving. Because look at that. When the table moves, they move. No, what I wanted to do, I want to make sure this is off. That's on. That's all the way on. Oh, you know what? Okay, the power's off. I think that I unplugged the power to it. Let me see something. No, that goes down to the bottom. This one, let's get rid of this one. The other one here goes. No, it's there. It's there. I thought I had disconnected one of them.
Check voltages across the caps.
Find my meter. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, you know what, guys? Yeah, no wonder it's not coming on. There's a tube out. I'll check the voltages anyway. I forgot to put the tube back in. Duh. All right, volts. Let's see. The negative side is over here.
It's approved.
Yeah, right?
Duh.
It's a probed. Duh. All right, let's put this over here. And voltage on this side is nada. 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 Oh, I'm not trying to blow it up. Please, really and truly, I'm not. No, I need to put this tube back in. Hold on. I've been replacing capacitors, and I got to this one here. It's 247 microfarads. I'm sorry, 250 microfarads. I only had 47 microfarads, which is what these are. The polarity is right. They're coming right off of the. They're coming right off of the rectifier tube here, and they're right there, right there. So, but it really does help. Ooh, how am I going to do this? I guess like this. It really does help to put the tube back in, right? That not yet, not yet. 12SA7. That's what goes back in there. So let me key this properly. Okay. Now all the filaments will light up because the tube's in there, right? Let's go back. Put it which way? Which way be better with this? It actually likes this, right? Let me move this out of the way. Put that there. There's another one right here. Okay. All right. These don't seem like they're touching anything. We're going to do this again. This is off, and this is on, and this is full volume. At least for starters. I'm plugging this back in, turning my power back on. I'm going to go ahead and protect my laptop. I don't want to mess it up. So where's my box? So I'm putting this box in the way. You don't see it.
That way we can see it.
No, you don't need to see. You don't need to see that. Let me get closer though. Get closer and like that. Make sure we're not grounding this and that. And we're gonna hide. We're gonna hide. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm powering it up. Going. Oh wait. Where's my goggles? I got my goggles on. We're at 40 volts. I don't see anything lighting up yet. We're at 70 volts. Gently charging it up. I don't see any smoke. I don't see anything. Right? I'm seeing some filaments. All right, here we go. To any swelling? No, I don't see him swelling. I don't hear anything. I should be hearing something. Very interesting. So, hmm, hmm. All right, so I'm going to turn this off again. Sorry, guys. Nothing happened. Well, actually, something did happen. Besides me chickening out, right? So, well, no, not quite yet. All right, let's go back to this. Let's go back to this point. Let's go back to this right here. Okay, let's go back to that. Let's go over here, see what voltage we got. If anything, nah, they already bled down. Actually, hmm, 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 hmm. Sweep the variable frequency oscillator. I did, by the way, while I had this covered, I did vary this, and nothing happened. But remember, guys, before, well, let me unplug it all. Before, we were getting a terrible hum. I mean, a really, really bad hum. Really, really, really bad hum. Let me look again in here, see if I missed anything or no. All these tubes are in. Hmm. Hmm. All right. So I don't know now. Be honest, I don't know. Because now I'm getting nothing out of it. So I might have to see what maybe I can't see. And by the way, any suggestions that you might think, I'm willing. I'm willing to at least think about, or at least contemplate, or at least consider. Right? We are at 8:30, which is 2 hours for the stream, and that's probably all the excitement I can have for one night. Um, Let me see something else. So let's see. Am I missing anything? Need more power. Yeah, that'll usually work. That usually does for sure. So it It's over. It's over at the other bench. Um, who was it? I'm looking, guys. I'm contemplating something. Not sure yet what it is. Oh my god. Uh no, Gary. They seem to be they seem to be not answering. But no, actually, I have already. But Jack, I'm sure you're being facetious, or because obviously that's what we do with a computer, right? And it fixes it. But trying to see something here. Retro Maker TV, are you still here? If you are, do you have um, any thoughts? And by the way, I like that retro and I like that maker. So I just followed him. So guys, go over there on Twitch and follow him. He is right now he's offline. He's not streaming, but he is streaming one of the others in our tribe. In he's streaming the Free Heathen over there too. And I think that's where we're going to end up um, tonight, probably on Twitch. Let me go over there and stream into him. I guess it's him. Yeah, since I already said that, I'll go ahead and do that. That's really cool. Let's just copy. Let's back up. All right, all right. One more, one more, one more, more. Oh wait, right. Sorry, I was on the wrong page. I went off. Um, click that. Trying to get back to where I was on Twitch so I can do that. Oh, come on. All right, let me update it. But that's interesting. That's interesting that it's not making any noise whatsoever. So now I'm going to have to break out the schematic. And by the way, Retro Maker TV, I don't know if I answered it. Yeah, I did. I did. I said it was a 47 uh, All American 5 um, airline. So, but yeah, so I'm going to slash RAID space Control V because I copied the Free Heathen's name, and I'm going to enter, and we're going to stream, and let's dismiss the ad in 3 minutes because we're going to be going over there. Yeah, and the Free Heathen raid setting do not allow me to raid at this time, so we can't do that one, guys. So let's see. Any small streamer out there? Let's see. I may just leave it there. Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to go ahead and leave the stream there, guys. Um, and I'm going to go ahead and log off. For some reason, I lost YouTube. I can't see. Yeah, there's YouTube. Jack, thanks for being here, bud. It's going to be busy with school stuff, but Hopefully going to stream again on Sunday. I was working on the space shuttle, the orbiter. Uh, Gary T, thanks for being here. Chris from Niantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon, welcome for being here. Or welcome. Thank you for being here. Sorry, I'm getting tired too, guys. Sonia, thanks for. Sonia's taking care of her. She says she went to go look at her hens and walk them or something like that. Greg, thanks for being here, buddy. Um, miss you when you're not, man. Think, I think. Canadian Maker Project was here. Ron was here. Of course, Sonia, Jeff from Jeff's Train World. He came and I guess he left, but he was one of the first ones. But anyway, guys, with that being said, let me see what this looks like. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Live long and prosper, and we'll see you guys Sunday, 2 p.m. Central, for the creative stream. And then I don't know, we might have next week a model day. Not sure when or whatever, so keep your eyes peeled for that if that interests you. If not, we'll continue next Friday, Retro Friday. It'll be Retro Friday 25 actually. But anyway, live long and prosper, guys. Take care. And remember, no matter what you do it just for fun.